Hello and welcome to my awesome hell journey. I am Brett Dupree, and one of the things, even though I'm not technically diagnosed with autism or ADHD, but embracing that diagnosis from getting an ADHD diagnosis and stealing my autistic diagnosis from my sister is recognizing the fact that a lot of things I used to do in the past and the way my brain works, a lot of things start to make sense. I was listening to TikTok, which is one of my friends asked me what book I have found that has helped me in my journey, and to be honest, TikTok is pretty much someone talks about it, and then I look up articles about it to verify that there are some other people saying the same thing and other diagnosis type aspects of it. And one thing that I heard that talked about was that the brain's default is to not think because thinking takes energy. Uh, like your brain takes a lot of energy, and thinking or decision making is actually one thing we talk about a lot in AI, and why AI is bad is the fact that all the AI does all the inane work, and so you're stuck with the hard, important stuff that takes the most brain power, which is the decision making. And if you're doing nothing but all day but doing the hard part, which is making decisions, it could be tiring. And that makes sense in my brain. Like with food noise, willpower doesn't exist. You're just making decisions over and over and over again. If you're making decisions over and over and over and over again to not eat, you're expending a lot of brain mental energy to do that, and eventually get tired. And a lot of times, for me, it was almost like someone took over my body, and I just started eating because I just stopped thinking, because thinking just becomes too tiring. And uh, that just makes sense to me, because like my brain doesn't stop thinking. It's nonstop. I think like pretty much every philosopher probably in history was some form of ADHD, Socrates and Plato and all those people in the past, because like my brain doesn't stop. I don't know how to stop it. Uh, I've learned sleeping is to just do my best to not think, because thinking makes me not be able to sleep, and then when I think about sleeping, that makes it even worse. And I'm 40, I'm going to be 48 soon. I still don't know how to go to sleep. It's just something that happens to me, and some days I'm lucky and some days I'm not. I remember a couple days ago, I woke up at 1, which I tend to do now. I guess I'm in my natural circadian rhythms, and from 1 to 3, I couldn't fall asleep. I then just went out and watched something for like 20 minutes, and then went to my bed and went to sleep. And I can tell you, I don't know what I did differently both times. Both times it was like I was doing the same thing. But why I bring this up is because it made me realize something along the lines of, especially for ADHD people, is that, like, for instance, for me, silent meditation is so hard for me. It takes a lot of energy for me to stop thinking. It's one reason why, like, when I was thinking like yoga, I was in a bad mood after that yoga class, because it was 75 minutes. It was 75 minutes of like mostly silence and people's breathing, nothing to entertain my mind, and it's just hard when I'm in that kind of situation. The way I describe it to people is like my brain is screaming. And what does it scream? It just screams. It just fires. And I feel like I just need something out there for it to pay attention to so I can calm down. I was thinking about that today or yesterday when I was watching. So I was reincarnated as a slime again. And this is like the third time or fourth time I watched through it. And there's a part of me that every time I have um, free time, that I want to use it on a new novel experience. And why do I have this desire to watch the same thing? And because I can watch it without thinking. I've seen it before. Maybe there's things I forgot, but like I understand what's happening. I don't have to think about it. I just can enjoy it. My brain is stimulated in a way where that's actually fully relaxing. The same reason why I like listening to I can listen to the same song like 50 times in a row. Maybe not 50, but 10, a solid half hour of the same song, because there's just nothing I don't need to engage with the music. I can just listen to it and my mind doesn't have to think. Same reason why I think walking helps. That's why if I was do a meditation, I think walking meditation or some sort of dancing meditation would be better. Anything that I can do when, like, I've done Tread 50 the last week, and my mind just been flowing. But it's because like I have to, like, parts of my brain, enough of my brain has to concentrate on something else, that I don't have to think about everything, because it's fascinating. Because it's funny because I think as my friend said, like, what book have you read? I don't want to read another book. I'm sick of reading books. Because part of me is also tired. I spent like 17 years at least working on thinking about myself and working on myself like almost solid, and I'm not where I wanted to be. And the realization that I've come to is just I was doing all the wrong things. As I was saying before, part of me would feel bad about doing things like that because it's weird. It's not right to listen to a song over and over again, even though I enjoy it. It's not right to watch a video and of something I've seen before. I should be watching something new. I should be learning something. I should be doing something different. But rest is important, and learning how to rest and learning how my mind works. And I don't know if a book would help, because like minds are so different. When I've listened to ADHD, people like have a list of 10. I probably hit like 5 to 7 of them, and the other 3 are things that are so much not me. For instance, sure, there's a few things I don't like that are like kinesthetic sounds. I don't really like sand on shoes on sidewalks, or chalk scratching. No one really likes that. Or like okra, just that mushy, slimy, this gross to me. But at the same time, I'm not that picky of an eater. I'm not that picky of smells. I'm not picky, like, I'm not, until I got on ADHD medications, I never felt overwhelmed. It wasn't until I started taking that medication and it became harder to focus on things, many things, that I felt overwhelmed. So like that's just not something that happened to me. In fact, I'm like in my autistic brain, I don't know how to end I just know how to end interactions. I don't know how to do that. I need to learn, but I feel like that's some sort of masking. Um, but it's also maybe just a decision, and part of me is tired because I've just been making decisions all my life. So I guess I just want to talk about that. I think it's important to figure out how your mind works, because while we have a lot of similarities, we're not a monolith. Everyone doesn't think and feel the same, but there's a lot of people who feel similar, and you might learn like 5% from someone and 10% from someone and 50% from someone else, and get it together and like, okay, this makes sense. And then you could be like me right now and just learning. I don't have to feel bad about just spending time doing something that's innately nothing, because I need to rest and recharge. Yeah, I mean, it sucks being someone that both craves novelty and craves structure, but also hates structure and hates change, right? Like those all exist, and it's annoying, but I just have to learn how to live with it. Anyways, thank you for watching. I love you for who you are, and as always, you are worthy.